The Chiefs Sports Network is on the air. Welcome, everyone, to North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. The Chiefs have traveled right up the road along the South Carolina coast on Highway 17 or Highway 31, whatever we took to get here. But a battle of the beaches here in the beach region, Region 6, as the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, top ranked in Region 6 with a 12-4 overall record, 9-2 in Region 6. The Myrtle Beach Seahawks come in with a 7-12 overall record, 4-8 in the region. Myrtle Beach comes in currently as the number 5 seed in the beach region standings, but Max, and I'm sorry, I didn't even introduce myself. I'm Wayne White. I am your play-by-play host tonight, and I'm joined by my analyst, Max Smith. And Max's records, it was kind of underscored the other night when Myrtle Beach defeated Carolina Forest, who at that time was tied with the Chiefs. So now, obviously, that loss allowing the Chiefs to take over first place. So definitely not a team that you can play around with.
Yeah, and it's almost like the whole beach region is like that. And the Chiefs, I would say, were clear favorites coming in just because of what historically they have been. But you can't really play around, you know, and it's like not playoffs, but every game matters, you know, and especially in region play because that seeds you into playoffs.
Exactly, and we've seen how that's gone the last couple of years for the Chiefs. You know, obviously winning the region, giving you that number 1 seed out of your region and home field advantage, the longer you can get it in the playoffs is obviously a big deal going forward. And the loss by Carolina Forest to Myrtle Beach. Now they won the series, Carolina Forest did, but the one game that they did lose, they were actually up in that game 8-0, and Myrtle Beach came back and scored a big come from behind win. So the Chiefs can't let their guard down. We are going to take a look at the Myrtle Beach Seahawks starting lineup, and if you were on shortly before we officially came on air, you'll see that you were probably seeing us move the camera around when we got everything finished loading up, and I had the camera and everything set up. What I thought was perfect, and when I looked at it, everything looked a little blurry. We were a little bit too close to the netting. We are set up right here in the bleachers at Myrtle Beach High School, and the camera was kind of focusing more on the net than the field, so we had to back the camera out a little bit. So, of course, didn't want to cut the stream, and so threw up some advertisers. Max and I quickly moved around, and I'm one that I like to have my cords and cables all in one place, and now they're just spread out everywhere. So, oh well, we'll deal with it, and I just won't look down.
You got to deal with it, you know.
Taking a look at the starting lineup for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. Leading off and catching, number 2, Gibson Goodrow. Batting second, the third baseman, number 11, Byron Cooksey. Batting third, playing short, number 8, Jacob Edwards. Batting fourth, first baseman, number 37, is Andy Wells. Batting fifth, their second baseman, number 7, Julian Nagels. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 14, Rand Thomas. Batting seventh, designated hitter number 12, Garrett Mays. Batting 8th, the right fielder, number 3, Corin Brown. And batting 9th, left fielder, number 6, Julio Delphin. The pitcher for the Seahawks is wearing number 1. He is Sinclair Bullock. Bullock does not have a record as he is 0-0. This will be his 7th appearance, 3.79 ERA in 24 innings. He's given up 25 hits, 19 runs, 13 earned, 14 walks, 17 strikeouts. And now to take a look at the starting lineup for our North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. Leading off, second baseman, number 2, Asa Board. He's raised his batting average to .318 on this season. Sawyer Smith, shortstop, will bat second. Batting third and catching, number 9, C.J. Oxendine. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 17, Brown Reeves, who has been on a tear over the last 4 games. We'll talk more about him here in a few minutes. Batting fifth, right fielder number 13, Gabe Priest. That's right, right field. If you're a Chiefs fan, you've seen him at first base, you've seen him pitching, and now Gabe Priest will take over in right field. Batting sixth is the third baseman, number 7, Peyton Gallup. Batting seventh, playing left field, number 16, Trevor Mitchell. Batting eighth, tonight's designated hitter, number 6, a freshman, Caden Lank. And batting ninth, the center fielder, number 1, Connor Helmecki. On the mound for the Chiefs will be Fisher Nichols, the junior. 1-0 on the season, and that one win came in his last outing last Thursday during our broadcast, a 9-0 win against St. James. And Fisher went 5 innings, struck out 8 for the win there. Overall, a 2.27 ERA, and this will be his 5th game pitched, 3rd start. We're going to take a break and listen to tonight's national anthem. There we have tonight's national anthem, and the Myrtle Beach Seahawks have taken the field. Once again, their starting pitcher, Sinclair Bullock. Bullock, a junior left-hander. Again, this is his 7th appearance. He's got an 0-0 record, 3.79 ERA. In 24 innings pitched, he's given up 25 hits, 19 runs, of which 13 were earned. Walked 14, struck out 17. Taking a look at Bullock, he looks, I was going to look to see his height. Says he's 5'10", looks a lot taller than that standing out there on the mound.
This field is kind of elevated on the backstop, and
Right.
then it levels out. So you can definitely see why he does look taller, and I
Yep.
see what you're seeing too.
Yep, good call there, because we're probably from the bottom of the mound. We're probably what would be about probably 3 feet, maybe or so before lower than that. The field's really crowned to for water to run off. But great night here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina for Region 6 action baseball. Got a strong wind whipping up, blowing towards left field, but we're looking at 70 degrees wind out of the south-southwest at 23 miles per hour. So Max, kind of one of those you definitely want to keep the ball low tonight, because lifting the ball anywhere left, center, around the left, and you're going to get quite a few more feet coming off the bat due to Mother Nature. Final warm-up pitch is taken. Gibson Goodrow, the catcher, throws down. Of course, if you are familiar with the Chief Sports Network and our football broadcast, Gibson Goodrow, the quarterback for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks football squad. Stepping in for the Chiefs to lead off will be Ace Aboard, senior second baseman, batting .455 over the last 4 games. Raised that overall batting average on the season to .318. He has 1 double, 12 runs scored, 5 RBIs. Once he gets on base, 9 for 9 stolen bases. First pitch, breaking ball breaks in for strike one. First pitch of this game, 5:55. Got to like that 5-minute early start for a 6 p.m. game. One-zero pitch inside and low. Evens a count at a ball and a strike. North Myrtle Beach Chiefs fresh off of prom this past Friday night.
Fresh off of prom.
And Asa Board laces this ball into left center. It is going to take 1-2 hops and hit the fence. Asa Board cruises into second with a leadoff stand-up double. With Asa Board down at second base in scoring position, that'll bring up the shortstop, Sawyer Smith. Sawyer batting just .214 on the year, has a pair of doubles, a triple, 13 runs scored, 4 RBIs. Sawyer, another junior, has committed to the University of North Carolina. First pitch is going to be lined into center field, and this ball, well, it held up, but the center fielder has it go off his glove, and it rolls almost to the fence. And in for the first score of the game is Asa Board, and on to second with the two-base error is Sawyer Smith. That ball was hit on a line and was just kind of knuckleballing towards the center fielder. But had it hit right at him and just off his glove. Took his eye off of it for just a second.
Sun must be brutal out there in center field. Maybe if we started at 6 o'clock, he might have caught that one, but, you know.
Always looking for positives, Max. So changing positions with Asa with Sawyer Smith, and that brings up the hottest hitter in the Chiefs lineup, or I say hot on the year, is batting .400, catcher C.J. Oxendine, senior committed to Virginia Tech. Joined the Hokies baseball squad. The 1-0 pitch. CJ tried to hold back, could not, fouls it off, evens a count at a ball and a strike. Again, CJ batting .400. He's got 3 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, scored 21 runs, has 10 RBIs. A lot of speed for a catcher, 13 of 14 on the base paths. This pitch outside, Goodrow takes a look at Sawyer Smith at second base, but he heads back. 2-1 pitch called strike at the knees. 2 balls, 2 strikes to C.J. Oxendine. Two-two pitch from Sinclair Bullock. It's in the dirt. Sawyer Smith's going to take off. Gibson Goodrow tried to pick the ball up and dropped it in his haste to try and throw out Sawyer Smith. So moving over to third on the wild pitch is Sawyer. And now with a full count is C.J. Oxendine.
Looks like maybe Goodson. What is his name? Goodson Goodrow?
Gibson Goodrow.
Gibson Goodrow may have hurt himself there.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe his ankle, his kind of feet got crossed up as he went to pick it up, and then when he came across, he just dropped the ball. The 3-2 pitch coming from Bullock. And this one's high. C.J. Oxendine will take the free base. And that'll put runners on the corner for Brown Reeves. We talked about, or I said, Brown is the hottest hitter in the lineup over the last 4 games, batting .500, 4 runs scored, 5 RBIs. Has raised his batting average on the season to .333. Double home run, 13 runs scored, 16 ribbies. Brown will be heading to Coastal Carolina University on a football scholarship. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner for called strike. Look at the top part of this order, Max. Pretty impressive when you You look at the schools that Chiefs have committed to. And Brown Reeves gets a single to left field. Sawyer Smith is going to come in and score. And now C.J. Oxendine, who had held up to begin with, the left fielder dropped the ball. And C.J. races over to third, and following him, moving up, is Brown Reeves. So Brown with an RBI single to left. The Chiefs have now taken a 2-0 lead on the Seahawks. Couple of errors have helped the Chiefs out, and Gabe Priest comes in and pitch high and inside. Goodrow comes off his feet to quickly get that one, keep it from going to the backstop. 2-0 North Myrtle Beach. Batting here in the top of the first, still no outs. This pitch breaks across the inside corner, called strike one. No outs. Runners second and third. Slow breaking ball, called strike. Gabe finds himself behind, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Gabe comes in batting .257, has a pair of doubles, 3 home runs, 10 runs scored, 13 RBI. The 1-2 pitch, all speed, low and away. Evens the count at 2-2. Bullock checks the runners, another off-speed pitch, this one outside. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes to the junior, in this game, outfielder, slash pitcher, slash first baseman.
Slash everything.
Slash wherever Coach Alderson wants to put him, and this ball is going to bounce all the way to the backstop. Coming in to score from third is C.J. Oxendine, moving over to second. Moving over to third is Brown Reeves, and Gabe Priest, who took the walk, never stopped. He ends up at second base.
Now batting for the Chiefs, number 7, third baseman Peyton Gallup.
That brings up sophomore third baseman Peyton Gallup. Batting .219, has a pair of doubles, 5 runs, 7 RBIs. Excellent control of the bat. We've seen a lot of sacrifice bunts and some perfect bunts that have ended up in base hits for Peyton. First pitch taken for a strike.
Yeah, Wayne, what you were saying on earlier about this top half of the lineup is where these kids are going to school. And, you know, Gabe Priest isn't committed. Peyton Gallup's not committed. As that pitch is showed bunt, fouled off. But you got Peyton Gallup, Caden Link.
Yep, Caden Link, one of the top rated freshmen in the state of South Carolina. Not one of the top,
No,
the top.
He is the top.
The top freshman in the state of South Carolina. The 0-2 pitch coming to Gallup. Off-speed pitch. Gallup was way out in front of it and fouls that one straight over Goodrow's head. Couple of steps back, and the Seahawks catcher pulls it in for out number 1 for the Chiefs. First 5 batters reached base. 3 of them have scored. So with 1 out, runners on second, third, Trevor Machete, left fielder, steps in for North Myrtle Beach. Machete playing in just his 10th game of the year, batting .182, 5 runs scored. First pitch outside for ball 1. Myrtle Beach head coach Tim Christie did not like that, as he asked the official, or the home plate umpire, I'm sorry, where that was, and he was showing that it was off the plate. Off-speed pitch on the inside corner. Machete fights it off for foul ball, evens the count at a ball and a strike. Great start from the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. Exactly what you want to do on the road. You're the #1 team in the region. You're facing a hungry team that's rated 5th. And you want to come out and show some superiority early, and so far the Chiefs have done that, leading 3-0 with 1 out. Now a ball and 2 strikes to Machete. Another all-speed pitch on the inside corner, and Trevor fouls that one just wide of the third base bag. Rewind, do it again. Sinclair Bullock, the 1-2 pitch. Again, fouled off by Machete, this time down the right field line. This is game 1 of a best-of-3 series. Game 2 will be Wednesday. First pitch, 6 p.m. We will be on air at 5:45 Wednesday night. That game is at the Hank, North Myrtle Beach High School. Now the 1-2 pitch from Bullock. Stays outside, evens a count at 2-2. Now the third game of this series, as the series have normally been Monday, Wednesday, Friday, the third game of this series will be played next Monday here in Myrtle Beach, as the Myrtle Beach Seahawks will have their prom this coming Friday. 2-2 pitch, called strike at the knees on the outside corner. Machete caught looking. 2 outs now, and Caden Lank, designated hitter for the Chiefs. Caden Lank, 5'8", 165. Infielder is what he is on the roster, primarily a shortstop. Had an injury that held him out for about 2.5, 3 weeks. Came back and played in the field the last 2 innings of Thursday night's game against St. James. And now back in the starting lineup tonight as a designated hitter. 1-0 pitch, high and away, 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0 pitch, swing and a miss.
He was hacking for one there,
Yeah,
Wayne.
it was high strike, and he had that ball floating around in his eyes and just wanted to hammer it. 2-1 pitch, off speed, breaks across the middle of the plate now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice pitch by Sinclair Bullock.
That ball looked high the whole way. It dropped down last second. Beautiful pitch.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. Lank is going to put this one into play, into right field, and on to make the running catch. I actually thought that it might drop, but Coron Brown comes in, makes the catch. The Chiefs plate 3 runs on 2 hits. There were 2 errors, 2 left. We go to the bottom half of the first inning. North Myrtle Beach 3, the Myrtle Beach Seahawks coming to bat. We're going to take a look and ask you to as well. Not only take a look, but please support these sponsors of our spring sports broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network. For the past 18 years, the Chiefs Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White team at RE/MAX Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network. Welcome back to the Chiefs Sports Network. We head to the bottom of the first inning. For Myrtle Beach, catcher Gibson Goodrow steps in, batting .250 on the year. He's got 3 doubles, 3 stolen bases. Takes the first pitch from Fisher Nichols on the inside corner for strike 1. Gibson Goodrow did not like that call at all, and that's not really a good thing to do if you're a batter. Walk around shaking your head. Home plate umpires not going to take too kindly to that. That next pitch by Fisher was well low and well inside. Evens the count at 1-1.
Especially being the catcher, you're with this umpire the whole game.
This pitch by Fisher up and away. 2-1 the count. Fisher Nichols, 5th appearance this year, 3rd game started. And this pitch called outside, I'm guessing. 3-1 the count. 1-0 record, 2.27 ERA. That win was a stellar performance this past Thursday. A 9-0 win for the Chiefs against St. James. Fisher went 5 innings, gave up just 2 hits, 1 walk, struck out 8. And this pitch outside for the walk to Gibson Goodrow. Byron Cooksey, the 3rd baseman, will now step in for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. Goodrow over at first base, got 3 steals on the season. First pitch inside for ball 1. There's a good thing about the misses so far by Fisher, other than the one that went to the backstop. He's playing right around that inside corner if you're a right-handed batter. Now that one was outside. 2-0 the count. He's keeping the ball low, which is what he did really well last Thursday, and this pitch was low on the inside corner, fouled off by Cooksey for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike now to the Myrtle Beach 3rd baseman. Two 2-1 pitch, grounded on the left side. Sawyer Smith will pick it up. He's got no play to get Goodrow at first, but does get Cooksey over at first base. 6-3 on the putout. And with 1 out now, Gibson Goodrow at second base. That brings up the shortstop, Jacob Edwards. Edwards comes in with a .293 batting average. He's got 2 doubles, a home run, 7 runs scored, 6 RBI.
That was a really nice way to keep it low and get the out at first.
High and tight there sends Jacob Edwards scrambling out of the box. .1-0 pitch coming from Fisher Nichols. This one breaking ball comes in low. 2-0 now the count. Off-speed pitch. It's the curve that didn't curve. Stays up and in. 3-0.
Yeah, no break to that off-speed there.
Fisher Nichols' 3-0 pitch is outside for ball 4, and C.J. Oxendine will call timeout to go out and talk to his junior right-hander. Number 37 is not a number normally seen in baseball. 6'5", 290 pounds. The number is higher than you see, and so is the body that number's in. That is a big boy. I'm going to guess he plays football too, but he is not a quarterback.
Yeah, I don't know about a quarterback. He
might protect
maybe
the quarterback's
tackle,
blind
right,
side.
right tackle, maybe.
Andy Wells playing first base, batting .265, 2 doubles, 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs, batting with 1 out, and runners on first and second here in the bottom of the first. First pitch, nice. Curveball breaks across the heart of the plate. Fisher gets ahead. The 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch on the inside corner at the knee, swung on and missed by Andy Wells, 0-2. So far, so good on the talk between C.J. Oxendine and Fisher Nichols. The 0-2 pitch. Good job by C.J. as the ball dipped down into the dirt. Gets down, keeps it in front. 1-2 the count. That ball way outside, and another great job by C.J. Oxendine. Quick as a cat back there as he went out, got it. As far as that one was outside, really thought it was going to go to the backstop, but
that ball was coming in hot, like really hot.
2-2 the count to Andy Wells. Fisher Nichols checks the runners, and the 2-2 swung on and missed for strike 3. First strikeout of the game for Fisher Nichols. 2 outs now in the bottom of the first inning, and brings up Seahawks second baseman Julian Nagels. Nagels comes in batting .276, has a pair of, 1 double, 1 triple. 5 runs scored with 6 RBI. Nice off-speed pitch, breaks across at the knees. Julian couldn't catch up with it. 0-1 the count. Ever since C.J. Oxendine went out and spoke to Fisher, Fisher's really come in and started pounding that strike zone more like he did Thursday than we saw first 3 batters in this game.
Very commanding.
Another off-speed pitch on the inside corner. 0-2 now the count. 2 batters have reached for the Seahawks. They're at first and second. Gibson Goodrow and Jacob Edwards both drew walks. Now the 0-2 pitch. This one low and outside, and they're going to have Gibson Goodrow. Great job by C.J. Oxendine. He throws behind the runner. Gibson Goodrow took off. Sawyer Smith gets it and throws Goodrow out at third. Watching, as we kind of listening in there is the third base coach. That's not the head coach, Tim Christie, but the third base coach for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. Didn't like something. I'm not sure what it was, but, not our fault that one of their players wants to take off and run against the, if not the best, at least one of the best catchers in the state of South Carolina. And CJ, if he's not the best catcher, I'm going to go with he's got the best arm, because he's got one of the best arms that I've ever seen. And I'm sure it looks like from what BA went out, talked to the head coach, or talked to the umpire, he went back. Somebody on our team probably said something, but, their coach has got to have little ears and walk on back to your dugout. Anyway, we're just going to talk all the way through this break as the Myrtle Beach Seahawks leave 2 after a pair of walks, but a great job, again, by Fisher Nichols, and then closing it out with C.J. Oxendine. Threw behind Gibson Goodrow as he got too far off of second base. Gibson thought that he might as well go ahead and take off, but you're dealing with 2 of the best arms in the state of South Carolina. Catcher C.J. Oxendine and shortstop Sawyer Smith, and he is out 2-6-5. And we go to the top of the second inning, and the Chiefs will send up the 9-hole hitter, Connor Helmecki, Chiefs center fielder. Leading off the top of the second inning for the Chiefs, takes the first pitch from Sinclair Bullock for ball 1. Goodrow maybe still a little upset. Takes the ball and goes to throw it back to his pitcher and throws it wide left. Connor comes in with a 167 batting average, has 1 home run, 4 RBIs, 8 runs scored, takes his pitch for a called strike, evens the count at 1-1. Wouldn't be a North Myrtle Beach game if there wasn't some little argument going on.
Oh, some little argument. Oh.
Nice all-speed pitch. Looked like it was low, but called strike by the home plate umpire. Bullock ahead. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the Chiefs center fielder, Connor Helmecki. This pitch, slow, all speed, diving down. Connor had kind of committed, couldn't stop himself, and goes down swinging. Second strikeout of the game for Sinclair Bullock. First out here in the top of the second. Now we're back to the top of the order. Asa Board hit a stand-up double. This ball went all the way through to the fence out in left center. Takes that first pitch for a called strike. Ball was up around his shoulders. Home plate umpire all over the place. The 0-1 off speed on the inside corner. Asa swings through it, no balls, 2 strikes to count. Bullock with the 0-2. That ball same spot as the first strike. I think the only difference there is Goodrow actually stood up to catch it. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count. 1-2 off speed. Good job by Asa Board. Just fights it off. We didn't get much of a chance to talk about it. How was the prom on Friday night?
It's pretty good. Saw a lot of these cats out here on the dance floor. So the one battling right now was as well on the dance floor.
Oh, I saw some of Asa's moves. His sister Kennedy, which congratulations, but Kennedy Board got married, I think 2 weeks ago. But saw some video from the post-wedding festivities, and he and his little sister were getting down.
A lot of these cats were getting down out there, and
2-2 pitch coming from Bullock. This ball is going to be grounded on the left side, will be picked up by the shortstop, Jacob Edwards. Tossed across the infield for out number 2. Now Sawyer Smith, who hit a line drive knuckleball right at the center fielder. And again, not sure whether he took his eyes off of it, maybe because Asa Board was out at second base trying to get it back in to keep him from third, but whatever. Just as the ball got there, went off of his glove and gave the Chiefs their first run and gave Sawyer Smith a couple of free bases. Takes the first pitch here for called strike across the outside corner. 0-1 off-speed pitch. Sawyer fouls it straight back to the backstop. No balls, 2 strikes to count. I'd like to thank the folks here at Myrtle Beach High School. Our athletic director, Tony Heilbron, contacted Coach Christie. He said that we were obviously more than welcome to come out. Didn't know exactly where we'd set up, as the press box isn't very big, but had a nice spot in the stands right here. We're able to
Front row.
get power from the concession stand right behind us. 1-2 pitch off speed, drops down low, evens the count at 2-2 on Sawyer Smith. Never know when we go on the road exactly, how you're going to be treated, which everywhere I've been for baseball, been treated very well. This pitch is outside. Full count now.
It's a way to battle back here for Sawyer Smith. Wait for something that he wants with 2 outs, keeping the inning alive.
3-2 pitch coming from Bullock. All speed, stays outside. Sawyer Smith moved down to first base with a walk. 3rd walk issued by Sinclair Bullock. And that brings up C.J. Oxendine, who drew the first walk of the game from Bullock. Later came around and scored. Bullock really hasn't pitched poorly. He's down 3-0, but he's given up a couple of walks, a couple of hits, but error by the center fielder, error by the left fielder were costly for 2 of those runs back in the first. CJ was on that one, but got just up underneath it and fouled it straight back. Bullock ahead, 0-1. This pitch going to be outside, evens the count at a ball and a strike. Got some speed over there at first base. Sawyer Smith, 7 for 8 in that category on the season. The 1-1 and hit hard past the third baseman into left field. Sawyer Smith. Great job by Sawyer as he gets all the way to third. I didn't think he had a chance to get to third. The ball was hit so hard to left. Left fielder came up with it clean, firing to third, but Sawyer Smith sliding in ahead of the tag, and now runners at the corners with Brown Reeves coming up. Brown, RBI single to left field here in the first inning.
This is exactly who you want at the plate for the Chiefs right now. A runner in a scoring position.
First pitch well outside. Good job by Gibson Goodrow. Said it during the first inning. Brown Reeves, hottest hitter in the lineup for the Chiefs, batting .500 over the last 4 games. This pitch called strike.
Wow.
That ball somewhere around mid-calf at best. Somewhere around the right-handed batter's box at best.
At best.
At best, that was ball 2. At worst, it was a bad call by the umpire. The 1-1 pitch. Brown Reeves laces this one to right field. And for the second inning in a row, the last out is going to be made by the right fielder, Quan Brown. No score for the Chiefs here in the top of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. The Chiefs leave 2. We go to the bottom half of the second inning. North Myrtle Beach 3, Myrtle Beach 0. You're watching North Myrtle Beach High School baseball here on the Chiefs Sports Network. Back on the Chiefs Sports Network, and we head to the bottom of the second inning. Center fielder Rand Thomas. Oh, I'm sorry. Now I know why I didn't. I was like, man, I must have missed an out but I didn't, because we had the runner picked off. So Julian Nagels, who was up at the plate when Gibson Goodrow was picked off at second base, steps in to lead off. The bottom of the second has a quick 2-0 count from Fisher Nichols. This pitch right across the waist on the inside corner, 2-1. This pitch in the dirt, 3-1 to count now. The leadoff hitter for Myrtle Beach here in the bottom of the second inning. Chiefs leading 3-0. That pitch all the way to the backstop. Third walk of the game issued by Fisher Nichols. Now that brings up center fielder Rand Thomas. He's batting .333. He's got 3 doubles, 8 runs scored, 6 RBI.
Center fielder Rand Thomas.
First pitch from Nichols is outside. Fisher, that's how he started off the first inning, getting behind in the count, and then battled back later in the inning. This all-speed pitch swung on and missed by Thomas. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. One ball, 2 strikes now, the count. Fisher checks Nagels over at first. This pitch is outside. Evens the count now at 2-2. 2-2 pitch called strike 3. Breaking ball right across the middle of the plate, and Rand Thomas. He liked that pitch so much, he just watched it. That'll bring up the designated hitter, Garrett Mays. Garrett comes in batting .250. He's got 3 doubles, a home run, 4 runs scored, 7 RBI. First pitch, off-speed curveball, swung on and missed for strike 1. We talked about it on the way over here. When Fisher Nichols pitches, CJ gets a workout behind the plate.
A very good one, you know. Everything's in the dirt.
Yep, a lot of low off-speed. Tries to keep it low, which is good, and but sometimes it drops a little bit too low and keeps CJ on his toes. Ball and a strike, the count. Julian Nagels getting the lead over there at first for Myrtle Beach. That pitch by Fisher called strike on the inside corner, 1-2. Now the count to Garrett Mays, batting with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. 1-2 pitch is outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count.
Well, keeping it low in this situation is going to be well off, you know, trying to keep it on the ground, force play at first, force play at second, maybe even a possible double play to end the inning.
2-2 pitch, and again, such a good pitch. The Seahawks hitters wanted to stand there and look at it. Strike 3 to Garrett Mays. 3rd strikeout of the game for Fisher Nichols. And that'll bring up right fielder Corin Brown. Brown comes in batting just 074, has 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs. First pitch at the knees for strike 1.
You know, if they want those balls as souvenirs, I'm sure I can grab them and keep them out of my pants today.
A hacking foul from Corin Brown makes the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Tell you, I got enough trouble with you, and on Wednesday night, folks, I will be joined by a longtime friend, longtime high school coach here in the state of South Carolina, Smitty. Craig Smith will join me. And as I'm talking about Wednesday night, Fisher Nichols is dealing strikeout number 4 on the inside corner. Walks the first batter he sees here in the second inning. And then strikeout looking, strikeout looking, strikeout looking. Go the Seahawks. They leave 1. We head to the third inning. North Myrtle Beach 3, Myrtle Beach 0 here on the Chiefs Sports Network. For the past 18 years, the Chiefs Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White team at RE/MAX Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More, as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network. And we're back here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, where the Chiefs are on the road. Have a 3-0 lead over the homestanding Seahawks of Myrtle Beach. Coming up for the Chiefs, 5, 6, 7-hole hitters in the lineup. Gabe Priest, Peyton Gallup, and Trevor Machete. Gabe Priest will step into the left-handed batter's box. He walked back in the first inning, took second. And the ball got away from the catcher. First pitch swinging on the inside corner. Gabe Priest lifts it on the right side, and that is going to fall just behind the second baseman who was going back. That's Julian Nagels, and just in front of right fielder Corin Brown.
Well, that was a good situation to hit it where they ain't.
I was going to say, there you go. You picked up on that. You don't have to hit it hard. Just hit them where they ain't. Leadoff single by Gabe Priest. Peyton Gallup popped up in foul territory to the catcher back in the first. Came in batting .219 with a pair of doubles. 5 runs scored, 7 RBIs. Small ball master, B.A. Brian Alderson. Had called for the sacrifice bunt there, but pitch was low and inside. Gallup pulls his bat back for ball 1. And Gallup gets the bunt down, back to the pitcher. Pitcher comes off of the mound, throws Gallup out, but young man does his job. Sacrifice bunt moves Gabe Priest into scoring position down at second base. That brings up Trevor Machete, left fielder, struck out looking back in the first. First pitch from Sinclair Bullock's fouled off. 0-1 the count to Trevor Machete, junior outfielder for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs, playing in his 10th game. Came in with a 182 batting average, 5 runs scored, 2 for 2 in steals. The 0-1 pitch, low and inside, and so low, gets the dirt, gets by Goodrow, and moving over to third on the wild pitch is Gabe Priest. 1 out, 1-1 count to Trevor Machete. Machete swings, fouls this one off the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes now the count. Machete lifts this one into center field. And that will be deep enough to score. Gabe Priest coming in from third. Sacrifice fly to center field. And the Chiefs take a 4-0 advantage. That's exactly what small ball will do for you. Single, sacrifice him, wild pitch to third, score on the sacrifice. And with 2 outs, that brings up Caden Lank, flew out to right field to end the first inning. This pitch called ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes now to Caden Lank. One-two pitch fouled off on the right-hand side, giving chase was first baseman Andy Wells, but not popped up very high, gets to the ground. Caden Lank lives to see another pitch at 1-2. And this pitch on the outside corner called strike. 3rd strikeout of the game for Bullock. The Chiefs score a run. 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, nobody left. We'll go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning. North Myrtle Beach 4, Myrtle Beach 0. And we're back as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Swinging at the first pitch, fouling it off is Julio Delphin,
Ugly
left
finder.
fielder.
There it was.
You had to get that in.
I did.
I got it in for you the last game because I said if Max Smith was here,
I did hear
he
you
would
say
be
that.
saying that was an ugly finder.
Oh, another one.
Second pitch fouled off into the Chiefs dugout. 0-2 the count to Julio Delphin. Comes in batting .250, 5 runs scored, 4 RBIs, has 4 stolen bases.
That one almost got Campbell Kingston. So
what's that say for Campbell? 1 ball, 2 strikes the count.
ugly duckling over there. One-two pitch on the way. See ya.
Called strike 3. 4th consecutive backwards K for Fisher Nichols. And that is the 5th strikeout of the game for Fisher. Head back to the top of the batting order. Gibson Goodrow, who walked to lead off the bottom of the 1st.
Got a lot of souvenirs over here, Wayne.
First pitch is outside. All the way to the backstop for ball 1.
One-0 pitched. And there for a strike. The inside corner. 1-1 the count.
Two balls, 1 strike now the count. Thank you for filling in for me on there. Folks, if you're looking for us on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Facebook page and you can't find us, I was getting ready to tell you where you could find us because I just realized that we are live, but we're live on my personal page. So we're live on Wayne White's page instead of the NMB Chiefs page, which means there's a lot of friends of mine that are not interested in North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball that aren't watching. Swung on and missed. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Gibson Goodrow. Senior catcher. And for the second time this game, Goodrow is going to draw a walk. 4th walk of the game issued by Fisher Nichols. With 1 out, runner on first. Byron Cooksey will now step in, grounded out to the Chiefs shortstop, Sawyer Smith, for the first out back in the 1st inning. This pitch is outside for ball 1. One-0 pitch in at the knees. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. One pitch fouled off down the right side. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. And another strikeout looking for Fisher Nichols.
Souvenirs keep racking up behind the net over here.
6 Ks for Fisher Nichols. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Gibson Goodrow down at first base for the Seahawks, and Jacob Edwards, who walked back in the 1st, steps into the right-handed batter's box, takes the first pitch for a called strike. 6 of the last 7 outs for the Myrtle Beach Seahawks have come by the strikeout. 5 of those looking. 1 ball, 1 strike pitch coming to Jacob Edwards. Outside for ball 2. Surprised that you haven't seen the Seahawks try to steal, get some runs going. Kind of surprised, of course, after Gibson Goodrow was erased going from second to third back in the first inning. Not because he was trying to steal third initially, but because he was picked off by the catcher and he had no choice but to take off. C.J. Oxendine came out firing, swung on and missed, and they've got Gibson Goodrow again. Catcher to first, to short, back to Brown Reeves for the tag, and for the second time in this game, Gibson Goodrow has been picked off by C.J. Oxendine. That'll do it for the Seahawks here in the third inning. Call it 3 up, 3 down after Goodrow is picked off of first. We head to the fourth. North Myrtle Beach 4, Myrtle Beach 0. You are listening to North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball here on the Chiefs Sports Network. For the past 18 years, the Chiefs Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White team at RE/MAX Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More, as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network. And we're back here at Myrtle Beach High School, where the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs are on the road and lead the Seahawks 4-0 here in a battle of the beaches in the Beach region along the coast of South Carolina. Sinclair Bullock, 3 innings pitched for Myrtle Beach. He's allowed 4 runs, 3 of those earned. I'm sorry, 4 runs, 2 of those earned. Walked 3, struck out 3. Connor Helmecki, Chiefs center fielder, steps in, takes the first pitch for ball 1. This pitch called a strike, with emphasis on the called part. One pitch to Helmecki. This one all speed and looked like it was going to be high coming in and dropped as it came across the plate. 1-2 now to the Chiefs center fielder. It's really a nice waist pitch as he comes in high. The way the home plate umpire has been calling, you never know. It's kind of one of those, Max, if you've got an umpire that's calling a little outside, a little high, a little low, as long as you're consistent. There's been no consistency though to this umpire, which has both teams, both from a pitching standpoint and the hitting standpoint, guessing on what he's going to do.
Well, no biasness. Good little rivalry umpire as well. keeping it well balanced, both sides.
Well balanced. We'll be a bad umpire on both sides. Full count. After that ball, Connor Helmecki, I'm sorry, the leadoff hitter here in the fourth.
Oh my.
And that pitch down around his shoestrings called strike. So Connor Helmecki had a strike called up around his shoulders, then had that one, which the pitcher might as well have just rolled. Well, that's about how high it was.
Well, one out.
One out, back to the top of the batting order. Second baseman Asa Board. First pitch, ball one. Asa 1 for 2 this game. Led off the first and scored with a double into left center. Then grounded out 6-3 in the second. Oh. Takes ball 2, but called strike 1. That ball, as someone just yelled behind us, hit the dirt, and it did, and it was still called a strike. And this pitch inside. I am now going to wait because I obviously have never seen baseball and do not know what a strike zone is. So I'm going to wait until the umpire calls it. 2-1. We'll say that was across the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This is when you can't even, his calls behind the plate are so bad that neither coach is arguing. 2-2 pitch. Taken for ball 3. That's one of the best pitches I've seen. That 3-2 the count to Asa Board. Asa fouls that one off. Count will remain full at 3-2. Three-two off speed on the inside corner. Asa will ground on the left side, picked up by third baseman Byron Cooksey. Thrown over to first for out number 2. 2 up, 2 down so far for the Chiefs. That brings up Sawyer Smith in the first. 2-base error by the center fielder. Allowed Sawyer to get on and then score a run, and then he walked, but was stranded in the second. First pitch, high and outside for ball 1. Oh, 1 pitch off speed, a little nubber on the right side. Nice job by Sinclair Bollock as he was able to run over, chase it down, flips underhanded to Andy Wells at first base. 3 up, 3 down go the Chiefs here in the top of the 4th. Head to the bottom of the 4th. Chiefs maintaining 4-0 lead over the Seahawks of Myrtle Beach High School here on the Chiefs Sports Network. We head to the bottom of the fourth inning. Leading off for the Seahawks, shortstop Jacob Edwards. Jacob was at the plate to end the third inning when Gibson Goodrow was picked off for the second time to end an inning. He ended the first and then the third. Edwards lifts the first pitch into left field. Came in a couple of steps, then the wind took over. But Trevor Machete makes the play for out number one. One pitch, one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Andy Wells will check in. He struck out back in the first inning. Steps into the left-handed batter's box. First pitch called strike at the knees. Not real sure that was anywhere near big number 37's knees, 6'5", 290.
The big one up there. Big and right-hander.
This pitch swung on, put in play. Great play by Peyton Gallup. And Gallup throws across the infield for the out. Hard hit down the line. Gallup backhanded it. 3 pitches, 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the fourth, with 2 outs, second baseman Julian Nagels. He walked to lead off the second in his only other plate appearance so far. First pitch outside, ball 1. That pitch right down the heart of the plate for ball 2. I've seen a lot of bad umpiring.
Strike.
Yeah, that pitch about hit Julian Nagels. Shockingly called ball 3. The 3-0 pitch comes in about ankle high, called strike. 3-1 now the count. 3-1 pitch called strike on the inside corner. Fisher Nichols fighting back after falling behind. 3-0. Back-to-back strikes with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. Nichols steps off. Nagels now back in the batter's box. The 3-2. Swung on, put in play, Sawyer Smith, the shortstop. Couple of steps up, picks it up, throws across for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down, go the Seahawks here in the bottom of the fourth inning for Fisher Nichols. Through 4 innings, he has allowed 4 walks, no hits, 6 strikeouts. We go to the 5th. North Myrtle Beach 4, Myrtle Beach 0. You are watching North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball here on the Chiefs Sports Network. For the past 18 years, the Chiefs Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White Team at RE/MAX Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More, as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network. As we head to the 5th inning here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. If I can find the right button, there we go. We will take that off. We will change this to the 5th, and we will introduce you to Myrtle Beach's new starting pitcher, number 19, Joe Hollingsworth. I can't give you any statistics because he wasn't on the roster that I had, and he's not on Max Preps. At least I don't think. Did I have him in there under another number? I did. He was in there as number 39. So we will go and we will tell you what kind of pitching stats Mr. Hollingsworth has. Oh.
It's not Joe Hollingsworth.
It's not Joe Hollingsworth. They said it's Tanner Gaddy, which is good because Hollingsworth hasn't pitched at all this year. Gaddy making his 5th appearance. He's 0-1 on the season, but has a 0.88 ERA. The first pitch to C.J. Oxendine, the leadoff batter for the Chiefs here in the 5th. Bounces in for ball 1. So Gaddy, who was on their online roster as number 4, is wearing 19.
Seems like we got some laundry issues here.
It's just high school athletics. Roll with what you got. And if anybody plays that isn't on the roster, they become Antwerp Diamond.
Yep.
Man of many sports. Been playing high school baseball here along the Grand Strand for the last 18, well, not 18. He probably started on the Chief Sports Network about, I don't know, 14, 15 years ago.
Whoa.
That pitch called strike. It was 3-1. C.J. Oxendine turned to toss his bat because it should have been, that should have been ball 4. But that was the old pitcher released it, catcher called it. It's got to be a strike. This one swung on and missed. Full count now, 3-2 to the Chiefs' leadoff batter here in the 5th, C.J. Oxendine. Three-two pitch from Gaddy, swung on and missed, something you do not see very often. A strikeout by C.J. Oxendine. And that brings up Brown Reeves. 1 for 2 this game. RBI single back in the first, flew out to right field to end the 2nd inning. A little more stats here on Gaddy. We said he's got a 0.88 ERA. Throws that pitch, bounces about a foot in front of the plate. Very astute fan yells strike, but home plate umpire actually called it a ball. Gaddy, 8 innings pitched. He's allowed 3 hits, 2 runs. 1 was earned, walked 11, struck out 7. This pitch lifted up on the right side. And the umpire is going to call. The umpire is calling foul ball. The first baseman came in. He was in fair territory. He started in foul, came into fair. The ball bounced off of him into foul territory. That is exactly what the Chiefs first base coach is saying. And everybody else in the Chiefs dugout, they are going to say that it didn't hit him. So it's foul ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. This pitch left up high, 2-1. You can't give first baseman Andy Wells the benefit of the doubt that he lost that one in the sun since the sun's gone down. He tried to help the center fielder out earlier.
At this point, it didn't matter what time the game started, so sun's out of the way.
2-1 pitch fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now to the Chiefs. Big first baseman, Brown Reeves. This pitch outside. Full count, 3-2. Talked about their first baseman being a big guy at 6'5", 290. Brown comes in at 6'3", 225. Lifts this one on the right side. Second baseman. Under it, makes the catch, is Julian Nagels for out number 2.
Now batting number 13, right fielder.
That brings up Gabe Priest, the right fielder for the Chiefs tonight. He's 1 for 1. Drew a walk back in the first inning and then singled and later scored a run in the third. 2 outs for the Chiefs here in the 5th. Gabe squares to bunt, bunts it foul down the third baseline.
That was almost Purdy.
Trying to spot that ball perfectly as the third baseman playing off the line. Around towards the shortstop, giving a lot of space. And playing back even with the bag. The 0-1 pitch is outside, evens the count at 1-1. Again, this is game 1 of this 3-game series. The game 2 will be at North Myrtle Beach High School Wednesday night. Come on out to the Hank. First pitch is 6 p.m. If you can't make it out, we will be live right here on Facebook and YouTube. Don't go looking on Wayne White's Facebook page because I will not make that same mistake. I might make it again, just not 2 games in a row. We will be on NMB Chiefs Facebook page. 2-1 pitch is going to be lifted up into foul territory, and now it goes fair. And I think when he touches it, it's going to be a foul ball.
There's no way you can mess that up twice in a row. That is not a foul ball. Wow.
Gibson Goodrow misses the catch. They say it does not hit his glove. For the second time this inning, they say that Myrtle Beach did not touch it in fair territory before it went foul. But living to play another game. That will go down as an error in the scorebook to Gibson Goodrow. Used to have some arguments about this with people that really don't know how to score baseball, that, you know, that's not an error because he didn't reach. Well, doesn't have to reach. It's if it extends his at bat. So at this point, Gabe Priest should be out with a foul out to the catcher. Actually should be out on a catch in play because that's where he touched it, and then it went foul. And this pitch down low, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch, and this one is low and outside. So drawing the walk for the second time this game is Gabe Priest with 2 outs. That brings up Peyton Gallup. Peyton popped out in foul territory to the Myrtle Beach catcher back in the first, and then sacrifice bunt in the third, doing his job at that point, moving Priest over to second. First pitch to Peyton, left up high for ball 1. Priest with the lead at first. Priest takes off. The 1-0 pitch lifted into right field, and that is going to be down in front of right fielder Corn Brown for a single. And since he was on the move, Gabe Priest will move over to third. That puts runners on the corners with 2 outs. And brings up Trevor Machete. Struck out back in the first. Had an RBI on a sacrifice fly in the third. First pitch called strike. Peyton Gallup takes off. He's still second. The throw from Gibson Goodrow goes into center field, and coming home to score is Gabe Priest, giving North Myrtle Beach now a 5-0 advantage over the Seahawks. No balls, 1 strike to count to Machete. This ball low and away, evens the count at 1-1. All part of a small ball game. Put pressure on the other team, make them make mistakes, and that's exactly what the Chiefs have done here. The error on the dropped foul ball extended the at-bat for Gabe Priest, then gave him a walk. He moves to third on a single by Gallup, and then Peyton Gallup still second. When they threw it down, Goodrow's throw goes into center field. Gabe Priest comes home to score for the second time this game. The 2-1 pitch fouled off. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Trevor Machete. Caden Lank on deck would like a chance to hit in this inning. 2-2 pitch. He's going to get that chance as this pitch hits Machete in the calf. Yeah, going on the pitch was Peyton Gallup, but because it was a hit batter, he is going to have to go back to second base. So runners on first and second. Caden Lank will step in. Caden 0 for 2, flew out to right field back in the first, struck out looking in the third. Both of those outs ended those innings. First pitch way outside by Tanner Gaddy. Nice job by Goodrow to keep it from going to the backstop. Sun's down, temperatures dropping. This pitch inside. 2-0 the count. We're going to get a mound visit after a pair of balls thrown by Tanner Gaddy. The Chiefs so far this game have really taken advantage of mistakes by Myrtle Beach and hit when they needed to, but definitely taking advantage of those mistakes. And Max, I think I misstated earlier when I said Game 3 was going to be next Monday. Game 3 of this 3-game series is the next Monday because next week, Horry County schools are on spring break. So it will be the Monday following spring break, which is 2 weeks from tonight, which is April 28th. That is when Myrtle Beach and North Myrtle Beach will be back here in Myrtle Beach for Game 3 of the 3-game series. 3 balls, no strikes to count to to Caden Lank. And this pitch, automatic called strike. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. To North Myrtle Beach freshman. Peyton Gallup out at second. Trevor Machete at first. Caden Lank awaits the 3-1 pitch. Swung on, put in play on the left side on a 1-hopper to third baseman Byron Cooksey. He steps on the bag for the force out for out number 3, and that ends the top of the 5th. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. Actually, 2 errors. Nobody left at the end of 4.5. North Myrtle Beach 5, Myrtle Beach nothing. Here on the Chiefs Sports Network. As we head to the bottom of the 5th inning, Jake Frick on to pitch for the Chiefs, the junior right-handed pitcher. This is his 8th appearance. 0-1 on the season, has 3 saves, 1.24 ERA, 4 walks, 15 strikeouts, and 11 1/3 innings of work. And he will face 6, 7, 8 hitters. Rand Thomas, Garrett Mays, and Quarren Brown. Rand Thomas, the center fielder, steps in. He's 0 for 1. Struck out looking back in the second, but has taken the first 2 pitches here from Jake Frick for balls. And the third pitch goes 3-0 now. Fisher Nichols, outstanding job, went 4 innings, gave up no hits, no runs, walked 4, struck out 6. 3-0 pitch, right down the heart of the plate for strike 1. This pitch is going to be lifted into short right center. And over to make the play is center fielder Connor Helmecki.
They call him Hellcat.
With 1 out, that brings up designated hitter Garrett Mays. Also 0 for 1, also with a strikeout back in the second. 3 batters due up this inning, all struck out looking at Fisher Nickel pitches back in the second. And after the first pitch called ball inside, this pitch called strike on the outside corner. 1-1. Jake Frick's pitch is high. 2-1 now the count. 5-0, North Myrtle Beach Chiefs leading the Myrtle Beach Seahawks. Game being played at Myrtle Beach High School. Nice pitch at the knees by Jake Frick. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count. And that pitch across the outside corner. And for the second time this game, Garrett Mays goes down looking at strike 3. Second out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Corin Brown, the right fielder, will step in. Came in batting .074 and again struck out to end the 2nd inning. First pitch, swing and a miss for strike 1.
Jake Frick wasting no time getting the pitch out of his, or the ball out of his glove.
Yep, soon as the home plate off-speed pitch breaks across the inside corner. Great pitch, 0-2. As soon as he is given the go-ahead by the home plate umpire, Frick is in his windup.
See a Bayou pitch. Oh.
That pitch outside. Nice 0-2 pitch, so close enough to maybe entice a swing. Now the 1-2 pitch. Fouled up. Catcher C.J. Oxendine comes back, and C.J. Oxendine shows him how it's done as he catches that foul ball. 3 up, 3 down. That's 3 consecutive innings of 3 up, 3 down by the Chiefs. We head to the 6th inning. North Myrtle Beach 5, Myrtle Beach 0. You are watching North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball here on the Chiefs Sports Network. For the past 18 years, the Chiefs Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White team at RE/MAX Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More, as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network. New pitcher in for Myrtle Beach as we head to the 6th inning. If I am to believe my roster, this is number 5, Anderson Goff. We will go and look and see what the scorecard said. And it is Anderson Goff. Goff comes in. It's his 6th appearance, has a 1-0 record, 2.33 ERA. In 9 innings, he's allowed 8 hits, 3 earned runs, walked 2, struck out 4 on the season. And he will be facing, first up, here to lead off the 6th inning is Connor Helmecki. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. Helmecki 0 for 2 this game, struck out twice. Takes this pitch at the knees for strike 1. Definitely an umpire, though, where when you don't know what he's going to call, anything close, you really need to jump on it. Helmecki squares the bunt. I think he was going to try and pull the bat back, but ball got a piece of his bat. And now 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. One-two pitch up in Connor's eyes. He fouls it off on the left side, and there to make the catch is third baseman Byron Cooksey.
Now batting for the Chiefs. Number 2, second baseman.
So with 1 out, we're back to the top of the batting order for Asa Board. Asa 1 for 3 this game. The double to left center, a run scored back in the first. Grounded out to short, grounded out to third. First pitch up high for ball 1. Board batting .318 on the season, or at least came into the game batting .318, but batting .455 in the 4 games entering tonight.
Bats have been hot recently, really for the whole team, you know. Started off a little slow, have great pitchers all season.
Board, the 1-1 pitch, squares the bunt. Pitch was outside, took the bat back, 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, I did not write the numbers down, but the Chiefs over the last 4 games, their batting average is about 40 points higher than what it was before those 4 games. So, as you said, from top to bottom of the batting order, Chiefs bats finally starting to heat up. Been cold pretty much all season, unless your name's C.J. Oxendine or Brown Reeves. Pitch was fouled off, full count. Here with 1 out to the Chiefs leadoff hitter, Asa Board. Three-two pitch is up high, and Asa Board will draw a walk. One out walk puts Asa down at first base, and Sawyer Smith now batting with a runner on. Reached on an error by the center fielder, scored a run in the first, walked in the second, and then grounded out. 1-3. Hit a little nubber between the pitcher and first baseman back during the 4th inning. That pitch called strike evens a count at 1-1. One pitch inside, 2-1 to count.
It's exactly where we want to be for the Chiefs, top of the 6th, runner on, and you have your 2, 3, and 4, and your leadoff on first base.
Taking off from first is Asa Board, and he's in with the stand-up stolen base. The pitch was high, 3-1 the count now to Sawyer Smith. Actually, I was getting ready to say Tanner Gaddy, but I forgot to write down the new pitcher, who was Anderson Goff. Anderson Goff is going to ask his catcher to come out so they can discuss things before this 3-1 pitch. We'll take a quick second to say hello to Lucas Ray, the high single A coach of the San Diego Padres up in Fort Wayne, Indiana. And that pitch is high for ball 4, back-to-back, 1-out walks. Has runners on first and second, C.J. Oxendine, who is 1 for 2 this game. Walked and scored a run in the first, single in the second, struck out. An oddity for C.J. back in the 5th inning.
Yeah, but not before a pitching mound visit.
Lucas Ray, the Tin Caps of Fort Wayne have an off day, so he is tuned in. Now, I kiddingly say that Lucas was a traitor. He graduated high school with my son, or at the same year as my son. He would have graduated with my son if he hadn't transferred from North Myrtle Beach to Myrtle Beach.
Oh, that's bad.
That's a dumb move.
Very bad.
I mean, he's a bright young man. He's grown into some smarts, but it was a dumb move.
That's like transferring from Coastal to App State. I was going to say Clemson to South Carolina, but I'm getting in the groove of the shots.
There you go. Transfer from Coastal to anywhere is just a dumb move. And here, first pitch, swinging, C.J. Oxendine. That's dead center field, one opposite fence. Scoring from second is Asa Board. Sawyer Smith is going to stop at third, and with a double, C.J. Oxendine. And the Chiefs now take a 6-0 advantage over Myrtle Beach.
And now the hottest bat in the lineup,
The Chiefs,
Mr. Brown Reeves.
First baseman Brown Reeves.
Brown Reeves will step in 1 for 3 this game. RBI single in the first, flew out to right and then popped up to second base. Now batting with 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. Here in the top of the 6th. First pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. One-oh pitch, grounded on the left side. Past the pitcher, past the third baseman, the shortstop comes in, picks it up, and fires. Getting Brown barely over at first base is Jacob Edwards. That's 2 outs now in the 6th, and with runners on second, third, up to Gabe Priest.
Got a good chance to add some ribbies.
Gabe 1 for 1 this game. He walked in the first and 5th, singled in the in the third, has also scored a couple of runs. Just get the text said Lucas said that he wondered how long it would take until the trader comment was made. Well, Lucas, I just want to let you know I was going to leave you alone. But since you text that you were watching and nothing better than watching the Battle of the Beach while you're having an off day up there in Indiana, I can't let it go, man. Sometimes people just sometimes you just have to point out people's mistakes. Got to make sure they learn from them.
Nobody's perfect.
2-1 pitch coming to Gabe Priest. This one's in the dirt, bounces up. And coming in to score is Sawyer Smith. The ball did not get that far away from Gibson Goodrow, but Gibson kind of hesitated to go out and get the ball. And by the time he did, Sawyer Smith comes across home plate, standing up, and the Chiefs take a 7-0 advantage. So now with C.J. Oxendine moved up to third, a 3-1 count to Gabe Priest. This pitch is low and inside for the 3rd time this game. Gabe draws a walk. Peyton Gallup.
Now batting for the Chiefs, number 7.
1 for 3.
Third baseman Peyton Gallup.
Popped out to in foul territory to the catcher. 1 for 2. A successful sacrifice bunt in the 3rd. And then a single to right center in his last at-bat. Looks like we're going to have a pinch runner.
Gabriel Kuznick.
Gabe Kuznick will check in as a pinch runner over at first base. Gabe Kuznick replacing Gabe Priest. I think we may see Gabe Kuznick stay in right field for Gabe Priest, but we will see how that goes when the Chiefs take the field in the bottom of the 6th inning. And the 0-1 pitch swung on, hit just barely onto the grass. The second baseman was out and under it, but on coming is Corin Brown, the right fielder, calls it off. And I actually like to see that. I like to see outfielders take control defensively, and Quarren Brown did it there. That's 3 outs here for the Chiefs in the top of the 6th inning, but not before they plate 2 runs. 2 runs on 1 hit. No errors. 2 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. North Myrtle Beach 7, Myrtle Beach 0. You are watching North Myrtle Beach High School baseball here on the Chiefs Sports Network. We head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Myrtle Beach will send up left fielder Julio Delphin. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in this game. Came in batting .250 with 5 runs, 4 RBIs. First pitch he sees from Jake Frick is fouled off. Hits a fan in the shoulder for strike 1. Literally strike 1.
It struck somebody.
Second pitch is put into fair territory on the left side. Third baseman Peyton Gallup picks up, throws him out, 5-3. 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Back to the top of the batting order. Catcher Gibson Goodrow.
Now batting for the Seahawks, number 21, Dylan Tremblay.
Or not, we could have a pinch hitter. Number 21, Dylan Tremblay, an 8th grader. Tremblay comes in batting .192, 8 runs scored, 1 RBI. Has a double and 6 stolen bases. Again on the left side, and again Peyton Gallup picks it up, throws across the infield. 2 batters, 2 ground outs to the Chiefs, sophomore third baseman. And that'll bring up third baseman Byron Cooksey.
That off-speed pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Jake Frick finding the command.
This pitch called strike as well, 0-2. Cooksey 0 for 2 this game. Grounded out to short, struck out. Behind to Jake Frick, 0-2, and swings. Strike 3 for Jake Frick, his second strikeout in his second inning of work. 3 up, 3 down go the Myrtle Beach Seahawks, and that is the fourth inning in a row that the Chiefs have sat the Seahawks down in order. And if you go back to the second inning, when Julian Nagels led off the inning with a walk, the Chiefs have sat down 15 in a row. We head to the seventh inning. North Myrtle Beach 7, Myrtle Beach 0, here on the Chiefs Sports Network. For the past 18 years, the Chiefs Sports Network has brought you the best of Chiefs athletics at North Myrtle Beach High School. Please take a look and support our sponsors of our 2025 Spring Sports broadcast. Beach Benefits Insurance, who are also the sponsors of our weekly video podcast, Tomahawk Talk. Brogdon Electric, Bubba Collins Insurance, Car City, the Trey White team at RE/MAX Southern Shores, First Flight Stairs and Specialty Millworks, HD Audio and Video, and 843 Printing and More, as well as their Facebook home of NMB Chiefs. Thank you to these sponsors again of our spring broadcast here on the Chiefs Sports Network.
Left fielder Trevor Machete.
Back here as we head to the seventh inning. Trevor Machete opening up for the Chiefs, and he steps in against relief pitcher Dylan Tremblay, who pinch hit. In the bottom of the sixth, Machete hits a liner on the right side, more up the middle, but right at second baseman Julian Nagels for out number one.
Now batting for the Chiefs, number 6, designated hitter Caden Mike.
That brings up freshman Caden Lank. Caden fouls first pitch off. Caden 0 for 3 tonight. Flew out to right field, struck out, and then hit into a fielder's choice, which ended the fifth inning. That pitch on the outside corner called strike. 0-2 now the count. Off the plate is the 0-2 for a 1-2 count. Ball was on the outside corner. Lank went out, pulled it foul wide of the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. And Lank, that ball hung up a little bit, and Caden Lank hits it between third and shortstop into left field for his first hit of the game, and a 1-out single here for the Chiefs in the top of the seventh. And that brings up center fielder Connor Helmecki, 0 for 3 this game, struck out twice. Popped up in foul territory to the third baseman. First pitch is inside for ball 1. Dylan Tremblay, who came in to pitch here in the top of the seventh. He was a pinch hitter for the catcher Gibson Goodrow in the bottom of the sixth. They have a new catcher, but with the catcher's equipment, we can't see what number he's wearing. Couldn't make it out. I thought it was a 13. It could be, but I don't have a 13 on my roster. Think it's 12?
Think so.
Well, I do have a 12. That could be Garrett Mays, and he is listed as a catcher, so we'll go with that.
But what position was he playing? What Garrett Mays was on the field, I think.
He was the designated hitter. So Garrett Mays, there is no designated hitter now. That ball put on the ground over on the left side, and he is going to call runner interference. So the Third baseman, Byron Cooks, he picks the ball up, throws over to second base where he gets Caden Lank, and then they called Caden Lank for runner's interference as he overslid the bag, which is going to put out Connor Helmecki at first for the inning-ending double play. No runs, one hit, no errors, nobody left for the Chiefs in the top of the 7th inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Chiefs with a big lead, 7-0 over the Seahawks of Myrtle Beach High School here on the Chiefs Sports Network. With the 7-0 lead, the Chiefs and Jake Frick on the mound looking to wrap this game up and take the one-game lead in this best-of-3 series. Jacob Edwards, the shortstop, will lead off for Myrtle Beach. He's 0 for 1, walked back in the first, flew out to left in the fourth. Frick looking to pick up his 4th save in his 3rd inning of work. First pitch swinging on the left side. Peyton Gallup steps in front of his shortstop, makes the play for out number 1. Peyton Gallup with a excellent night over at third base. Had 2 putouts in the 6th inning. Now with the first out here in the 7th, and that brings up first baseman Andy Wells, who is 0 for 2. Struck out, and then back in the 4th inning, grounded out to the Chiefs' third baseman. The 0-1 pitch called a ball. I have no idea where it was. Looked like it was, I'm guessing outside.
With this umpire.
It definitely wasn't high. This guy's 6'5". And this pitch, nice off-speed pitch on the inside corner, fouled off by Wells. 1-2 now the count. And swung on and missed for out number 2. 3rd strikeout in 2 2/3 innings of work for Jake Frick. And with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning, that brings up Julian Nagels, 0 for 1, walk, grounded out to the shortstop.
First pitch called a strike. Oh, 1 the count. That pitch swung on for strike 2. An 0-2 count.
Jake Frick in his 3rd inning of relief and getting stronger as we go along. 1 strike away from putting this one in the books. That one outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes to count to Nagels. One-two pitch, and he looks at this one right down the heart of the plate. 4th strikeout for Jake Frick, and the Chiefs win. Fisher Nichols improves to 2-1 as he threw the first 4 innings, walking 4, striking out 6. Jake Frick picks up his 4th save. 3 innings of work, and he faced the minimum of 9 batters, striking out 4. The Chiefs take game 1 of this best-of-3 series. North Myrtle Beach improves to 13-4 overall, 10-2 in Region 6 5A action. Myrtle Beach falls to 7-13 overall, 4-9. We will have game 2 of this best-of-3 series right here on the Chiefs Sports Network Wednesday. Pre-game at 5:45 p.m. First pitch scheduled for 6 p.m. Thank you for joining us tonight. Got something, Max?
That was a combined no-hitter, by the way.
That was a combined no-hitter. Here I am sitting here looking at it, and you are right. That's why you're here, Max.
I was thinking about the whole game. I'm not an announcer, Jinx.
Oh, yeah, no, I was not going to say anything about the no-hitter, and then I almost forgot to say something about the no-hitter,
Yeah,
which you can talk about the no-hitter after it's a no-hitter.
I was holding it back the whole time. I didn't even want to say anything to you about it. There it is. Jake Fisher
Nichols, combined no-hitter for the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs. That's even more icing on the cake. Beat Myrtle Beach at home, shut them out, no-hit them. Well, we'll do it again Wednesday night. Again, 5:45 pregame show right here on the Chiefs Sports Network. For my co-host, Max Smith, I'm Wayne White. Thanks for joining us, Chiefs fans, and we will see you Wednesday. Hopefully, if you can, make it out to the ballpark. Come and cheer on the Chiefs. If not, join us right here.